to go ahead and open up public hearing before the Concord Township Board of Trustees on Wednesday, February 21st. Time is approximately 7:06. This is for application 1217-1, requesting a zoning map amendment. This matter was remanded over to us. There was a hearing and a meeting with the Zoning Commission on February 6th, and as it related to this zoning amendment application, the Zoning Commission recommended to this body denial of the proposed zoning map amendment by a vote of 1 aye and 4 nays. So what I will do at this time is ask if the applicant would like to step forward and talk about their application and what they're looking to do, and any information you think this body needs to be aware of, or the public at large.
Thank you. Well, I'm Vince. Do you need me to state my address or anything?
Spell your name and give us who you're with, all that jazz for the...
All right. Vince Urek, Y-U-R-A-K, and I'm representing the landowner, Seattle Consulting, LLC. And so what it is, we purchased the property. The property has had a house on the land existing since 1933 and has been a residential property since then until obviously the rezone in 2009, and the landowner really didn't like it. We purchased it and thought we would like to get it back to residential so we can actually get the house fixed up and potentially split off 2 other parcels or upwards of 2 other parcels and build single residence homes as an R1 residential. And I've heard from some of the other landowners who currently own Town Hall neighborhood land, especially the south side of Concord Hamden Road. They are looking to get it changed over to a residential zoning, and the other one has had a couple bouts to get it to be residential, but I believe they were trying to do apartment complexes or something on the north side of Concord Hamden. So over the last 9 years, nothing's been done with the property, and a couple of people trying to request to get it over to residential, and we just wanted to get it all on the up and up into residential, and when we do have single family homes on it, they can be zoned as such. As you mentioned, Lake County Planning Commission did find it acceptable use of the property, and then the committee did not.
Yeah, just for this body's edification, the County Planning Commission did recommend approval, and the Township Zoning Commission recommended denial. So we have the 2 bodies before us have a split decision.
And I guess let me request, we're talking about how many acres?
2 acres for this.
And without disclosing who you talked to, approximately how many additional acres, based upon your investigation, were they looking to get similar zoning map amendments?
Well, the 7.5 acres across the street on the south side is looking to get that. There's currently a residential home on that land as well.
Okay.
That I don't know what the new purchaser of the property is looking to do with it, but they have had word that they'd like to get that to be residential.
Okay.
And the other landowner said that they were in talks with selling it to a new party, and they would be interested in having that go to residential as well.
How many acres was that, do you know?
17.5, I believe.
Okay. Make it all town hall, whole town hall.
You mean Town Hall Commons?
Yeah.
Well, that's not before us.
All right, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Continue.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. I don't know what other information you would need at this time for this, but like I said, there's currently an existing house on the property. It is a residential home. It was lived in for a while. There are some outbuildings on the property right now, but those are in pretty much disrepair. Those would have to be torn down, the outbuildings.
Is your intention to leave the one house and tear down the sort of the accessory buildings, or to tear everything that's standing there down and start
That's the
anew?
intention, is to leave the house and utilize that as a residential home, and then split off 2 other parcels to be used as single-family residences. And obviously, those outbuildings would be in the way if we split it into 2 other properties, and they're really not useful at this time anyways.
Got it. Okay. Since it is a public hearing, I'll go ahead and open it up and see if there's any public that would like to speak to this matter before the body. So is there anybody from the public present that would like to speak in favor or against this application with the zoning map amendment? Okay, well, there's nobody from the public to comment on it. Does any board members have any comments, questions, anything beyond what's been in front of you in this application?
Mr. Chairman, at least my opinion is that this request, and it appears that we're going to have maybe potentially additional requests based upon, and the reason for my questioning of the applicant, I would ask the chair to consider just recessing this and allowing us to kind of gather some additional information on the, on the other
rest of it,
parcels
yeah.
as well, so that we can make, maybe potentially a global decision.
Right, instead of spot zoning.
So what Connie and Paul are asking is if we would, the idea of recessing this, which would mean not closing this public hearing, therefore not forcing us to take a vote on this matter. I think the thought process behind their request is, and I'm putting it to you as the applicant, is if we have other property owners that are looking to come forward with imminent, be it map amendments or zoning text amendments, it would probably be the preferential treatment of this board to take all those in a holistic approach rather than what some would deem a spot zoning
Right.
approach. And I wanted to, I guess my question therefore would be, based on Mr. Malczewski's comments, would be if you would be amenable to recessing this and then we sort of see what else comes before us from these other property owners in the town hall neighborhood. And we do have a meeting in 2 weeks, so it's not like it's a long time frame. So just wanted, I guess I would ask, based on that, if you would be amenable to that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Also, we just wanted to point out that in the text for Town Hall neighborhood, it says it does allow for residential use, but on that list, it has no uses as a residential use in there. So I don't know if you can look into that and see what that residential use is permitted
Okay.
in there, along with the text.
Okay. In light of the applicant's willingness to work with this board on all of this, and what we may also be seeing, I would go ahead and look to recess this if you both are in
Yes.
agreement on that.
I'm in agreement.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and recess this public hearing. That'll means that we'll have another public hearing on this matter. We'll have to set that, but it would most likely be on March 6th at the same time frame.
March 7th.
March
I'm sorry,
7th.
March 7th. Apologies. Wednesday, March 7th. In fact, well, we can't set that yet, so there's not officially. So wait till the next
Hear
meeting.
from Heather.
But we're gonna be going into an executive session. So if you don't want to wait around, we would probably. My guess is we would do it on the 7th at the same time, same
Right.
back channel. So, and in the meantime, we'll work with staff on the other property owners as it relates to what they may have in mind, and see if we can bring it all together and have one approach before this body and make some determinations that way that may work for everybody. Does that sound good? Okay. This public hearing.
Thank you.
This public
Appreciate
hearing.
it.
Thanks for coming tonight. This
you.
public hearing is therefore recessed at this time.
Good.
We got 15 minutes.
That gives us 15 minutes until the regular board meeting at 7:30. So, in the words of Southwest, we're free to move about the town hall.
I have to finish the minutes.